Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I had an interesting exchange today with a young lady at an establishment that I went for to have lunch, and she saw my weekly read in my bag, Black Cake, and she said, "Oh, do you mind me asking, how is this book? I'm an avid reader, and we just got to start, talking about books and how sometimes the book is better than the movie." Right, and we went on to talk about just the different movies that are trending, The Polygamist being one of them. And yeah, so we just started to have girl talk, right? And we ended up going around the subject of divorce, and she talked about how she went through the divorce, and it's one of the best things she ever did. Her husband was a chronic cheater, and she just felt like cheating was like the end of the marriage, because she did not want to get any sickness or anything like that, so she just left. And so we were just talking, having girl talk, like I said, talking about if monogamy was a natural inclination for men and all the things. So one thing she said was that she picked her husband based on the color of his skin. And that just blew me away. And I've been sitting with that since I've left her. And it reminded me of a conversation that I had on colorism a few videos back, and the effects of it, and how people don't understand that, telling people you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl and all the things is really one of the forms of is colorism really manifested, and how we have to stop that, right? But it's one thing she said that her mom actually caused her to marry a toxic man, right? A habitual cheater, chronic cheater, because she was called black as a child and was kind of insulted for her dark skin. And all of her other sisters, were of a lighter hue. And so when he expressed interest, she gave him a chance over the dark-skinned men who were of a better character, right? And she gave him a chance based on the color of his skin. And he cheated throughout the entire marriage, and they ended up in divorce, but she ended up getting lighter skinned children. And she went on to say that she wanted lighter skinned children so that they would not have to face the trauma of what she had to face as a child. She married a man that exhibited red flags, and that turned out to be a chronic cheater because he was light skinned. And she did not want her children to face the trauma that she faced as a child being dark skinned. Do you know how powerful that is? And so I'm coming on here today to say that we in the Black community, we as mothers, right, as aunts, as grandmothers, let's normalize speaking life into our daughters. Let's understand that we build their self-esteem, and let's understand that the things that we say affects their decision making as adults. We need to speak life and self-esteem, and you're beautiful. No skin tone needs to be no dark-skinned girl needs to be singled out and say you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. Oh, you're pretty for a black girl. You're pretty, period. You're beautiful, period. And not only to tell our girls that they're beautiful, we need to also compliment their mind, their skill sets, the things that are unique about them. We need to build our young women, because we have a lot of broken young women in the Black community, and the damage was done by the hands of the people who said they love them, the people who were their first influence. Do you know how broken or how indoctrinated or how bad it has to be for you to marry a person that you may not even, would have been your pick, just because you don't want because you wanted better variables for your children. It's almost like we're still in sacrificial mode. It's almost like we're in another form of slavery of the mind, right? I encourage you, I encourage us, black women, older black women who know better, let that stop with that generation, right? And we're around the same set, which is like around that late 30s age, right? Let us stop with that. Okay, we grew up in the 90s and the 2000s and all the things. Okay, good. Let that be the past. Let us get to a place where we're now moving to progression, where we no longer, we're not defined by our skin tone. Our young women are not singled out black and light skin and all the things. And one thing she also said is that her lighter skin sisters, I asked her, I said, so did they have the better marriages? She said, no, both of them were divorced as well. So that's a message also to women of a lighter hue, to not think that, being light skinned is this easy pass, ticket to reach, the better treatment in life or the finer things or whatever you want to call it. If a man is going to cheat and exploit you or, whatever he decides to do, once you put yourself with him, it's going to happen no matter what, no matter your skin tone. And so let's not make women of a darker hue feel like, okay, you're not the preference. Being the preference also doesn't get you preferential treatment. I mean, you may be chosen, but you're not chosen to like fly on this magic carpet and, have such an amazing, incredible life that black, darker skinned women would not have access to. If a man is going to show his character, right? It doesn't matter who you are. That's the character of the man that you put yourself with. So just understand that being chosen doesn't give you a free pass to, this dream life. We have to be very careful as women, because it's us that are doing it, right? We have to be careful what we're speaking into the lives of our young black women. We have to make better decisions, right? We have to be the ones to take accountability and say, you know what? It stops with me. There's no way we should be speaking in the black community about skin tone. That shouldn't even be a conversation to be had. The only thing we should be saying is that your skin is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. And that's also superficial, right? Because we're not defined by the color of our skin. But I just want you to let your daughters know. Pick out their attributes that are like, exceptional. Whether it be their talents or, things that have nothing to do with beauty. Because we're losing at this colorism thing. Oh, that just... sorry, guys. That made me feel so bad. Like... That mom, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I'd like to hear your takes on this. Bye for now.